Twitter security team defies Musk to ensure compliance. Stay tuned as we explore the implications of this internal struggle and its ripple effects on online security measures. In this story, Twitter security staff kept firm in compliance by disobeying Musk, says the FTC in a story written by John Brodkin for Ars Technica. Federal Trade Commission Chair Lena Khan revealed that Twitter security staff blocked Elon Musk's attempt to breach the company's privacy settlement with the U.S. government after acquiring Twitter. Musk's decision to grant journalists access to internal documents raised concerns over violating a 2022 FTC settlement, and testimonies revealed that Musk directed staff to provide full access to third-party individuals. However, security employees intervened, implementing safeguards to mitigate risks. Despite staff concerns and resignations of top officials, Twitter attempted to eliminate the FTC order protecting users' data privacy, but failed. Although no violation was found, the FTC is continuing its investigation and seeks to depose Musk due to a chaotic environment within X Corp, formerly known as Twitter. Tony, this is kind of insane, right? Like, the wherewithal, first of all, the employees that are there today either were hired post mass exodus or they've wrote it out. I can't imagine either case where that employee, I mean, kudos to them, but going to the boss and saying, no, we're not going to do that. I mean, especially given Elon's history. I just kudos to them. What say, like, I'm trying to think of as a boss how I would respond to that. I don't know.
There's a couple things that you mentioned here. So first things first, Musk actually granted permission to journalists to full access to everything. But at the same time, what's in that article is that security employees intervened. So the question is, and let's really play this out from the optics perspective. Listen, I told everyone that you could access everything. Hold on just a moment. Hey, security team, don't let them touch anything that's bad. Go intervene, talk to those employees. But hold on. Just for the record, I told them to give you everything. And so
see, that sounds more on point, right? Like that, Elon is not scared of being the bad guy. That to me makes more sense. Not wonderful, but also,
well, let's think about because what's happened in Elon Musk's history of, we'll call it industry intervention. He's done two things. He has made very, very, very large headway on technological advances that have impacted literally everyone in every industry in some capacity. He has also made some fabulous mistakes, mostly public, a very, very long list of mistakes, mostly public. And with those mistakes, what could be happening right now, first off, let's break those mistakes down, where he literally got kicked off of PayPal. No one really talks about that, where he did that exact same aggressive move to take over Tesla. No one talks about that, which was fascinating. So right there, that tells me he learned how people can do a hostile takeover. I'm going to do the exact same thing to Tesla. And that's what he did to the founders. Exactly what happened with him in Twitter or in PayPal. He's made some very egregious public comments, and remember the divers that were trying to help the kids trapped. And what's happening there is he's making his own mistakes, and not so many people are pushing him down where he learns those tactics. He's making his own mistakes. And what could be happening right now is an evolutionary process where maybe he's saying, maybe I don't have to be so bold. Maybe I can have the optics of being a good leader while simultaneously letting someone else do the dirty work, which gives the vocal representation, the verbal, the visual representation of a good leader, while at the back end also being a good leader, but doing some shady stuff. And I think he's...
Well, hold on. I got to throw a flag on the play here. Okay. So one of the biggest gripes, right, and we're not dragging politics into this, but one of the biggest gripes during the last year or the last year and a half of any president's term is global policy becomes much more difficult, right? Because you don't know who the incoming president is going, you don't know what their policies are going to be. So there's always that concern of, okay, well, we're going to sign something and then somebody else is going to undo it. Now I'm extrapolating that to this, and I'm applying it to this scenario. When you're saying the CEO can't be expected to hold to their word because the staff are going to undo what he says, or there's a potential for it, does it undermine that CEO's ability to make business arrangements?
I think that's always the case. I think anybody in any capacity can pull on any thread and have a dramatic impact in an organization. And if it's something much larger, and I'm just going to allow me to continue your direction. If it's much larger, where he no longer has a boss or anyone that can, for lack of a better term, screw him over, such as what's happened in PayPal, and he has a conflict with Biden because Biden is not enabling him, then maybe he's going to say, fine, if you're not going to enable me to do an electric car push through the United States, I'm going to go for someone that will, or at least from the optics perspective. And maybe that was the political spin on that. Am I going in the right direction, or am I just taking a completely new direction, just making controversy across the board so everybody is angry? Because that's my goal, by the way.
Yeah, we can discuss it on Discord or LinkedIn or even right here in the comments. But for now, thanks for tuning in. And if you found this story eye-opening, catch MSP Dispatch every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more in-depth news coverage. Share your thoughts below and remember to hit that subscribe button. Until then, see you next time.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.